With the new Death Stranding 2 on the beach trailer having dropped, along with the Death Stranding 2 release date of the 26th of June, for PS5 that is, no word on PC yet, I thought it was about time to go through things you might have missed if you haven't played Kojima's brainchild since it came out in 2019. The biggest deal here is the director's cut, which you can jump to using the chapters on the timeline below, but I'm going to go in chronological order, so let's start with the Valve crossover exclusive PC content. In June 2020, to celebrate the release of Death Stranding on PC, players were gifted with bonus free content thanks to Valve's collaboration with 505 Games and Kojima Productions, as well as gold and silver sunglasses, Power Skeleton, Luden's Mask sunglasses, an all-terrain skeleton and armor plate. There are quests that will bestow upon thee Valve-flavoured cosmetics. After Chapter 2's The Wind Farm delivery, an email will appear from Benjamin H marked with a lambda symbol, the first of 6. Upon completing the mission, no spoilers, you'll be rewarded with Gordon Freeman's glasses, allowing you to roleplay a short-sighted Sam. These enigmatic emails with the lambda symbol will keep coming and be your ticket to Valve's exclusive items, the second of which coming in Chapter 3 and being the Valve from Valve's unnerving sting. Then, one of the most useful items in this drop is the gravity gloves that act just like the gravity gun in Half-Life 2, letting you pick up cargo from afar. It'll come your way in Chapter 3 too, along with the blueprints for a very special truck that is more energy efficient than the other ones you can fabricate and takes a ton less timefall damage. You'll also be given, cursed with, a headcrab hat, and finally jumping all the way to Chapter 8, a hologram of a Strider from Half-Life Alyx, which can be attached to your Level 2 structures. While none of that was available to those on console, you can get the Valve quests and items via the Director's Cut, which is on console. Again, the DC chapter is in the timeline. 5 months later, in December 2020, PC players of Death Stranding had another crossover, this time with Cyberpunk 2077. A very apt pairing. This collab added 6 new missions, a ton of extra abilities that are kind of game-changing, honestly, cosmetics, and one very special, very silver piece of equipment. With the Cyberpunk deluge came a brand new function for Sam, the ability to hack. Yep, a brand new mechanic entered Death Stranding, and using it you could mess up enemy machines in combat, temporarily stop mule sensor poles from activating, stun enemy Odridex, and hack mule trucks to stop them in their tracks. Hacking does change Death Stranding in a significant way, so if you haven't played since 2019, focusing on this mechanic alone can completely change how you build your Sam. Along with hacking comes the ability to mark destinations with your compass, plus cosmetics like Johnny Silverhand's aviators, facial marks, new hologram, a reverse trike with a boosted jump, and even a literal robotic silver hand that eliminates climbing from draining Sam's endurance gauge, increases the climbing speed, and raises the effectiveness of Sam's melee attacks that use his left arm. Just like with Valve, this was an exclusive PC crossover with Cyberpunk 2077, but it is in the director's cut on the PS5. Here we go. This is the big one. If you haven't touched Death Stranding since 2019, you've missed out on Death Stranding: the director's cut. This should really be named Kojima's Cut, as online there's a suggestion that these features would have been in the base game if Kojima Productions had more time to work on it. Either way, the director's cut adds so much, which makes it very difficult to go back to the base game once you embrace the director's cut. Released on March 30th, 2022 for the PlayStation 5, the director's cut comes with quality of life improvements, improved graphics for those playing on PS5 along with dedicated performance and quality modes, and new weapons, missions, equipment and vehicles, as well as all the content from the Valve and Cyberpunk 2077 collabs. I hear the water looks especially good on PS5. Multiple big bits of equipment, literally and figuratively, are available for Sam, like the cargo catapult. It is exactly what it sounds like. Using it, you can catapult cargo across rivers or ravines, ensuring it lands safely. Other uses that have been found for the cargo catapult include launching vogue-emitting decoy cargo into mule camps to distract them, lobbing cargo across BT areas so it doesn't get damaged if you get grabbed while you're trudging through it, and using it to shortcut areas that vehicles struggle to get over. Keep your cargo from falling off vehicles by using strands to tie it down, which wasn't in the base game. Make traversing the hills and such easier by also taking a floating carrier with you that'll let you transport things while you're on a zipline, or if you want something with wheels, there's the reverse trike transporter that has a floating cargo carrier on its butt. Or, for something more bipedal, you can call on the frankly adorable BuddyBot. The BuddyBot also delivers cargo, so if you attach a bit of cargo, lost or not, to Sam, and then sit on the buddy, you can get it to carry you the way there or carry you back home. Or use them as a distraction for mules, which is a bit more cutthroat, but you know what? I respect it. Death Stranding, the director's cut, unlocks/creates chiral bridges, which can only be crossed by those who have permission to do so, i.e. not enemies. One intriguing detail is that one end doesn't have to touch the ground, meaning you can make floating bridges. As I mentioned before, they can't be used by enemies, so are particularly useful if you're trying to make a quick grab and run raid of a mule camp, though those chiral bridges don't work in the rain, so time your raids for clear weather. Moving on to weapons, there's the Maser gun, which shoots beams of continuous electricity that can short-circuit enemy mules and vehicles. Then, pairing exceptionally well with the Silver Hand, there are new melee attacks like a dropkick, a crossbody splash, flying knee, and a body slam. Two entirely new areas enter with the director's cut, named the firing range and the racetrack. The firing range is fairly self-explanatory. As well as being a place to test weapons, you can take part in time trial-esque drills, where Sam has a number of tasks that involve him going up against enemies equipped with specific loadouts. Your best times will go on the online leaderboards, so you can compete for the top spot if you so wish, or be content with the drill's rewards. Similarly, the racetrack has leaderboards wherein you can race on several different courses with the reverse trike, truck, and roadster vehicles. 40 new standard orders await Sam in the director's cut, and some new post-game content. 3 story missions are unlocked upon completing Death Stranding, along with a new area called the Ruined Factory. These expand upon the plot somewhat and are tangentially, potentially related to Death Stranding 2 on the beach. So, if you're excited for Death Stranding 2 and haven't played since 2019, I really heavily recommend playing the director's cut of Death Stranding for those post-game missions alone, honestly. On the eerier side, the director's cut comes with added nightmare cutscenes to torment Sam with in his private room, and you can replay boss battles, named Nightmares and Memories. Unnerving, yes, but an apt way to describe the boss battles, as their visuals are hallucination material. And there you go, those are all the reasons that you should return to Death Stranding if you haven't played it since 2019. You will need to buy the director's cut to access the majority of these, especially if you're playing on console, but hey, it's universally deemed as being worth it, so go ahead. If you enjoyed this video or found it a bit useful, at least just a smidge, then feel free to drop it a like, and hey, why not subscribe to Eurogamer while you're at it, for new videos about video games almost every single day. Now, I am going to go and maybe start my first playthrough of Death Stranding, so if there's anything I should look out for, then please do let me know, because I am intrigued. And now, I'm gonna go, so I will see you good folks next time.